Hello, I'm Cammie Emery from the Division of Science, Nursing, and Allied Health at Bossier Parish Community College. What we're going to talk about today in this session of Open Campus is looking at the differences between acids and bases. So let's look at some basic things here concerning acids. Acids, one of the things they have is a sour taste. They also react to metals. Some examples of some acids are hydrochloric acid, which is stomach acid. One of your stomach acids is hydrochloric acid, comes in with a pH of between 0 and 1. Acetic acid, which we find in vinegar, which has a pH of about 3. And then citric acid, which is considered a weak acid, and it has a pH of about 3 as well. One of the things we know about acids is they all have a pH of less than 7.0. So anything that is 6.9 and less is considered an acid. Bases, on the other hand, bases are also called alkaline. Bases have a bitter taste to them. They feel slimy or soapy. What they're actually doing is breaking down the oils of your skin when you get it on you, so that's where you get the slimy feel. Some examples of bases: baking soda, which has a pH of about 9, antacids, which has a pH of around 9, ammonia is about 11, and sodium hydroxide comes in at about 14. Bases are always going to have a pH of greater than 7.0. So when we're looking at a pH scale, if something comes in at 7.1, it's considered a base. It's slightly basic. When we're looking at acids and bases, one of the things we're looking at is the ratio of hydrogen ions to hydroxide ions. One of the things we know about acids is acids release hydrogen ions. So acids actually are going to have a greater percentage of available hydrogen ions. When we take an acid and place it into a beaker of water, this is our beaker of water here. When we place an acid into a beaker of water, it's going to release the hydrogen ions. Now bases, on the other hand, are going to hold on to the hydrogens, releasing hydroxide ions. Okay? So if we take a base and we put it into our beaker of water, we're going to end up releasing hydroxide ions in the solution. So bases are going to have more hydroxide ions available. Acids are going to have more hydrogen ions available. So what we're looking at is an acid having a pH of less than 7.0. Substances that are put in water that release hydrogen ions are considered an acid or acidic. They will always have that pH of less than 7. Bases are always going to have a pH of greater than 7.0. And when we put substances that are considered alkaline or they're considered a base, they're going to release the hydroxide ions in solution. So bases have a higher percentage of hydroxide ions when they're put in solution. So just as a quick overview, when we're looking at pH, remember with pH we have a scale of 0 to 14. 7 is neutral. And what we just looked at here, if it's less than 7, it's going to be an acid. If it's greater than 7, it's going to be a base. Distilled water typically comes in right at 7.0. So I hope this helps with your understanding of acids and bases. Thank you.